For decades, companies assumed people joined brands. Big names, strong reputations, a well designed career page with smiling employees, and a mission statement that sounded noble enough. Well, that era has officially ended. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, whatever time it is, and wherever you happen to be right now. I'm Mike Voorhees, here to help you build a stronger team. In 2026, employees make their career decisions differently. They're no longer choosing companies, they're choosing teams. They're choosing the people they will work with every day, the leaders who will guide them, and the environments where expectations are clear and communication is real. This shift isn't subtle. It's reshaping how organizations attract talent, how they interview, how they retain, and how they build culture. And the companies that adapt are pulling ahead while everyone else is still polishing employer branding slides. So let's break down what's changed and what leaders must do now. First, the big shift. Logos don't attract talent, leaders do. Not long ago, a strong employer brand could carry a company through hiring markets. Candidates cared about prestige, reputation, and what the organization said about itself publicly. Today, none of that moves the needle without one essential factor: the leader they'll be working for. Candidates have watched companies restructure, downsize, and reshuffle priorities without warning. They've seen glossy employer brands with messy internal realities. They've learned to look past the marketing. So instead, they're asking different questions. Questions centered on leadership, clarity, and day to day experience. What's my manager like? How does this team communicate? What does success look like here? How are decisions made? Will I be supported or left guessing? People don't join a mission statement, they join a person. They join a group of people working towards something tangible. They join a team. And they stay or they leave for those same reasons. Candidates now shop for teams like they shop for products. Hiring today is consumer behavior. Candidates compare options the same way they compare phones, shoes, or software: fast, skeptical, and looking for proof. They research hiring managers. They browse employees' LinkedIn profiles. They scan job reviews, team photos, and social content looking for signs of authenticity or red flags. And during interviews, they want specifics. How does this team handle conflict? What happens when priorities shift? How do you measure performance? What does the first 90 days actually look like? If your answers sound unsure, inconsistent, or overly polished, they assume the experience will be the same. Candidates aren't looking for perfection, they're looking for honesty and clarity. And when another employer provides that clarity faster, they win. So, what doesn't work anymore? Many companies are still hiring with a playbook that worked 10 years ago, but feels outdated now. If any of these sound familiar, they're hurting your ability to attract great people. Generic employer branding. You know, nice words with no substance that falls flat. Candidates immediately sense when a message was written by marketing rather than lived by teams. Job ads that read like HR policy documents. Buzzwords, corporate jargon, and long bullet lists. They don't explain what the work actually feels like. Candidates want to visualize the experience, not decode it. Vague leadership. If hiring managers can't clearly articulate expectations or describe the team, candidates see it as a lack of structure and then they walk away. Unprepared interviews. An interview that feels like the manager's winging it, it signals chaos, not opportunity. And then the one-size-fits-all culture statements. We're a family. We're fast-paced. We value innovation. Every company says these things, which means they mean nothing. Today's talent wants specificity. They want to understand the job environment and the team they're stepping into, not the company's generic talking points. So, what smart teams are doing differently in 2026? Here's where the winning employers separate themselves. They highlight the team, not just the brand. The companies hiring the best talent right now are introducing candidates to the real humans they'll be working with. They talk about the team mission, work rhythms, leadership style, and growth opportunities specific to the department. This doesn't replace employer branding, it enhances it. Your brand gets people to look, your team gets them to say yes. They train managers to sell the opportunity. In the old model, managers evaluated candidates and HR did the selling, if anyone did any selling at all. In 2026, however, top companies understand that hiring managers must do both. They must articulate what success looks like, how they support their people, what challenges the role solves, why the team is moving in a compelling direction. A confident, clear, prepared hiring manager can elevate average candidates into excited ones, and an unprepared manager can lose top talent in just minutes. They build micro EVPs. Instead of one universal EVP or employee value proposition, most companies used to create one EVP and apply it everywhere, regardless of how different each team in the company actually operated. That approach no longer resonates. High performing companies now create micro EVPs for each department or team. These describe the unique experience of that specific environment, how that team grows people, how they collaborate, how they define success, what makes them different from other teams, and how they reward performance. This level of specificity gives candidates something to latch onto. It feels real, relatable, and credible. The retention angle. This is where strong teams win. We tend to talk about hiring and retention as separate challenges, but they're the same problem at different stages. Employees join teams. Employees stay because of teams. Employees leave because of teams. Retention issues are rarely fixed with pay raises, perks, or new benefits. Those tools might delay an exit, but they don't solve the root cause. What actually drives retention? How about things like clear expectations, consistent leadership, healthy communication, fairness and recognition, and a sense of belonging on the team, and then a direct manager who removes friction, doesn't create it. When teams operate well, turnover drops naturally. When teams operate poorly, even loyal employees start quietly looking for a better environment. Great teams simplify everything. Hiring becomes easier, onboarding becomes smoother, engagement rises, performance increases, and employees stay longer without being bribed. Weak teams drain money, energy, and momentum. The bottom line, hiring in 2026, it's not harder, it's just different. And honestly, it's more human. Candidates are paying attention to the parts of work that matter most: leadership, clarity, communication, structure, and the real day to day experience. If you want to win talent this year, build teams worth joining. Train managers to communicate clearly and confidently. Tell a more honest, more specific story during the hiring. Stop leading with the brand and start leading with the experience. The companies that do this aren't just hiring better people, they're building stronger teams, stronger cultures, and stronger results. In 2026, the strongest competitive advantage isn't a brand, a perk package, or a marketing campaign. It's the team. And the organizations with the strongest teams, not the strongest logos, will win the talent everyone else is chasing. Ready to build stronger teams and hire with confidence in 2026? BR1 helps companies attract, hire, and retain the right people. BR1 is your one resource for stronger teams. If you want better candidates, clearer messaging, or a stronger hiring process, let's talk. Schedule a quick call and we'll walk you through exactly how to level up your team's recruiting and retention this year. There is details on how to connect with us in the description. Until next time, keep building your stronger team.